We regret and firmly condemn the action of few individuals whose behavior overshadow the remarkable performances of our two teams.
The Somali government is trying to say sorry, but Kenya is not in a forgiving mood. In fact, they are loading the receipts and preparing a full-on diplomatic clapback.
Hiyo anatucheza ama vipi? Na hatuwezi tukakubali kamwe.
We saw what you did last weekend. Mpaka mnarambisha watu hizo mahandkerchief in the name of etni bedera yenyu. Don't worry. Tunakuja kuharambisha mafuta ya nguruwe.
If you're wondering how two neighboring countries ended up trading blows this week, blame it on TikTok fame and two teenage egos. It all started after a football match between Mogadishu FC and Kenya Police FC. The match ended, but the drama was just getting warmed up. Two Somali boys, fresh off the pitch, picked up the Kenyan flag, dropped it on the ground and confidently began stomping on it. Then, for reasons only TikTok could inspire, they posted the video online. The video didn't go viral, it went nuclear, and immediately Kenyans online lost it. What began as a few angry comments spiraled into digital warfare, with hashtags flying and calls for deportation echoing across the timeline.
We know you're disrespecting our flag because Kenya is an envy of many nations around it. Yeah, we are an envy. Every nation around us wants to be like us. So, even if you disrespect that flag, sisi tunajua, our country is very precious. It is.
Within hours, the outrage had left the internet and landed on the desks of top government officials. Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen ordered the arrest of the two boys, declaring that no one, whether Kenyan or foreigner, has the right to demean our flag. He reminded the country and the world that Kenya's flag isn't a TikTok prop. It is protected by law. Violators, he warned, could face fines or jail time.
Kuna habari imekera wa Kenya sana jana, ambayo tuliona vijana fulani wakikanyaga bendera ya Kenya. Unajua tumechukulia freedoms yetu kwa mzaha. Tumesahau kwamba tuko na National Flag, Emblems and Names Act. National Flag, Emblems and Names Act, ambayo inasema kwamba haikubaliki mtu yoyote kudisrespect bendera yetu hata kwa matamshi. Na kama taifa hatuwezi kubali kwamba watu watumie ile uhuru ambayo tulipigania kuharibu bendera ya taifa la Kenya. Na Mheshimiwa IG, tafadhali, wa Kenya wanataka sisi kama idara ya usalama tuchukue hatua ya kisheria kuhakikisha wale ambao wanahusika wamechukuliwa hatua ya kisheria. Tuliongea na wewe jana kuhusu hiyo, na wakati utakuja kusalimia hao wananchi, ningependa upatie hakikisho, na ningependa kuwapatia nyinyi hakikisho. Hatutakubali mtu yoyote, iwe Mkenya ama mgeni, kucheza na uhuru wetu na our symbols of national unity, including our national flag. So, Wanaiji, take the necessary legal action. Let the law take its course. As a Minister of Interior, we must show the world that we take our national flag seriously. Ukweli ama si kweli? Mngetaka watoto wetu wachezee bendera yetu? Ati wanakanyaka, ama mnataka wageni wachezee bendera yetu? Ati wanakanyaka na kuchoma na kuchezea? That is a flag that was worn by sweat and blood, and we will not allow anybody to discredit it. We must ensure that this country is living on the right side of the law and our children grow in a nation that patriotism as one value of our constitution is observed, and visitors whom we host in our country must also know that they have a responsibility to respect our constitution. Being in Kenya is a privilege, and when you play around with our national instruments of national unity, you lose the privilege to live in our country. And so, Bwana, take the necessary action, and we must restore the confidence of the people of Kenya on our ability to deal with errant persons who are going to play with our national flag, and also national anthem.
Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja didn't hesitate either. He directed the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, to hunt down those mannerless teenagers.
I have already directed the DCI ya kwamba huyu mtu anakanyaga bendera yetu ya Kenya. Bendera ile ilipiganiwa hapa mpaka tukapata uhuru yetu, si ni kweli? Hiyo anatucheza ama vipi? Na hatuwezi tukakubali kamwe. So the Director of Directorate of Criminal Investigation is under direct instructions from the Inspector General, none other than Douglas Kanja Kirocho, that he must move with speed and efficiency and ensure that that man is arrested and taken before a court of law. Alafu koti zetu sifanye kazi yao. Bendera yetu lazima iheshimiwe na kila mmoja wetu. Ama namna gani? Si kweli? Hiyo ndio uhuru yetu, sio?
And that's when things really started to spiral. With a rematch between Mogadishu FC and Kenyan police looming this weekend, tensions are peaking. Online, some Kenyans are already threatening to respond in kind. The mood is fiery, too fiery.
Bas, nasikia hii Sunday police inacheza na Mogadishu. Hiyo game sasa hatukuwa tukuje juu sisi si fans wa polisi, lakini according to our culture, ukituonyesha sana madharau sana ni kama umetuita. Tunakuja hiyo game Sunday. Na kama wewe ni fans wa Mogadishu, mahali umekaa hata usijaribu kutoa matako. Kaa tu hapo mpaka mpira ishi. Ukipatikana na bendera ya Kenya, hiyo ndio unanyongwa nayo mpaka uwekwe juu.
In a scramble to contain the fallout, Mogadishu FC issued an official apology, distancing themselves from the stand. But that wasn't enough. The Somali ambassador to Kenya, Jibril Ibrahim Abdule, went into full damage control, issuing a public apology on September 24th. In his words, the incident does not reflect the values of respect between Kenya and Somali.
Unacceptable, something that we condemn, and no one should do it or repeat it. And I think there is authority to deal with that, and we leave it to the authorities to deal with that issue.
But in Nairobi, apologies aren't cooling things down. Why? Because under Kenya's National Flag, Emblems and Names Act, insulting the flag isn't just rude, it is illegal. The law carries a fine of up to 5,000 Kenyan shillings, 6 months in jail, or both. And by the look of things, the government is ready to go the full length.